Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope so you all are doing well from all aspects. You all are welcome to Qura online education system. Today we will discuss about the topic of ripple tank of grade 10th. First of all, what is ripple tank? Actually, ripple tank is a device which is used to produce the water waves and the study of characteristics, behavior, and properties of the waves that are generated by the ripple tank. Now the question is, how many wave properties are there? Basically, there are three wave properties are there. The first one is reflection, the second one is refraction, and the third, which is last, is diffraction. We will discuss these properties of wave one by one. Now we will move to the construction of ripple tank. First of all, we will see how many components of the ripple tank. The first one is rectangular tray having glass bottom. The second one is lamp. The third one is power supply, and the fourth is oscillating power. We called it vibrator. The last is table. Now move to the working of the ripple tank. Actually, ripple tank have a rectangular tray which is replaced near half meter above the surface of the table. The wave in the tray can be produced by the means of oscillating pedal, which is also called vibrator. Now what is vibrator? Vibrator is an oscillating electric motor fixed on a wooden plate over the tray such that its lower surface just touches the surface of the water, so that we can produce the waves on the surface of the water. Now the next step is on setting the vibrator on, the wooden plate start vibrating and waves generate consisting of straight wave fronts. The wave fronts are shown by a schematic diagram. An electric bulb which is hung above the tray to observe the image of water waves on the paper on the screen. The crest and trough of the waves appear as bright and dark lines respectively. Mean to say that the crust, as you can see in the figure, the bright the bright portion is called crust and the dark portion is called trough of the wave. Now here is the schematic diagram of the ripple tank. You can see that from the left side it is a power supply and a rectangular tray that is set on a table have a bottom of glass. An oscillating pedal is set on that tray, and you can see the and bulb is placed on the top of the figure. When we on power supply, then the pedal we move through the through the motor, then the pedal oscillate and the waves will be produced on the surface of the water. We can see the wave fronts on a screen that is placed below that table. Now move to the properties of the wave. To see the properties of the wave, we place a barrier in the ripple tank so that we can generate wavefronts and we can study the wave properties. The first wave property is reflection. Actually, what is reflection? The definition of reflection is when waves moving in one medium to another medium, they bounce back into the first medium such that the angle of incident is equal to the angle of reflection. Mean to say that when a wave is move from one medium to another medium, it will collide a surface and completely bounce back to the first medium. This is called reflection. The schematic diagram of reflection is shown in a figure. You can see a ray is coming which is called incident ray and collide a surface, and it will totally reflected to the right side. You can see from the figure. When as you know that laws of reflection are, the first one is when a wave is moved from one medium to another medium, it will completely bounce back to the first medium. The second one is the angle of incidence, and the angle of reflection will always will be equal. Now move to the refraction, which is the second property of the wave. When a wave enters from one medium into another medium at some angle, its direction of travel is changes. Though it may be a slightly change, it is known as refraction. Now move to its working. When we place a barrier in the ripple tank, as you know that the speed of the wave depends upon the depth of the water. So if we immerse a block in the ripple tank, then we can see that the the wave will change its direction slightly. This is called refraction. It is shown from the figure. You can see that the deep water, immerse a when we immerse a block in the water, then after and enter a light in a medium, then it will change its direction slightly. This is called refraction. Now move to the diffraction, which is the last property of the wave. The definition of diffraction is the bending or spreading of waves around the sharp edges or corner obstacles or slits is known as diffraction. Mean to say that when a wave is enter from one medium to another medium, it around an obstacle, then it will spread around the sharp edges of that material. Its working is to see diffraction of water waves, generate straight waves, and place two obstacles in line in such a way that separation between them is equal to the wavelength of the water waves. You know that wavelength is the consecutive distance between the crust or trough is called wavelength. After passing through small slit between the two obstacles, the waves will spread in every direction into almost a semicircle pattern. You can see it from these figures. You can see from the first figure, the blue portion is called wave crust and the brighter portion, which is white, is called wave trough. When we place an obstacle in their path, then it will move it around its sharp edges by following the slits. Similarly from second figure and similarly from the third figure. From third figure we can conclude that when the slit is have a larger area, then the wave fronts will also be have a regular pattern, and when the slit is very small, then then the path of the waves will be circular, which is called semicircle. This is your ripple tank. If you have any question, please ask me freely. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.